stand. It's November 13th. It's the last weekend of bow season here in New York. Before rifle comes in next weekend. We got today and tomorrow that we can hunt. Try to get Corey a buck. I got a cell camera right over here. And one of the really nice bucks that's in here just come past it the other day. But there's been just a lot of activity in here in general. I think I got like 20 or 30 pictures last night just from this camera. But 20 or 30, I think about 8 or 9 were about right around daylight, if not close to it. But it's been snow all day, and it's cooled right off. I think it's like 38 to 48 degrees right now, and it's snowing. So they said there's a chance of rain and definitely a chance of snow tonight. So we're hoping it gets a deer on their feet. Last night I had to go help out somebody, and I actually laid eyes on towers. He tried to cross the road out in front of me, and he's quite a bit bigger than I thought he was, but he's a really nice deer. It's the first time I've seen that deer with my own eyes, so and that was pretty cool. But we're up in the same stand we hunted the other night, minus my bow. I don't have my bow with me today, just because I'm more focused on trying to get our deer, so we'll see what happens. I would definitely expect to see at least a couple deer tonight, but you never know. Hopefully the right one. Not looking for anything giant. Just looking for a nice buck. You know. Be nice if a giant come in. Be nice if towers cruise straight through here 20 yards, but 3 years. 3 years pictures of that buck. I'm getting dripped on right here. But 3 years pictures of that buck. I don't have a single picture of him in daylight during season. I have a couple summertime daylight pictures of him, but not one picture in daylight during hunting season. So he's gonna be a tough one. So you never know though. You gotta be out here. How many was there? 4?
Yeah, there was a doe and 3 fawns.
Oh, I thought the back one was a big doe.
Well, maybe she was. I wasn't looking too closely at that one. I could have shot her, no problem though.
What?
I could have shot her if I wanted to. She was right there.
Yeah. Well, we just had a doe and 1 or 2 does and 2 fawns, or 2 or 3 fawns. I don't know what they were. They come in really close. And unfortunately, I think our wind swirled or something. And the late doe got us. I got pictures of them deer coming through here last night about this time. And then Corey seen a spike real early in the hunt, but I didn't even hear her say anything to me. I didn't even know the deer was there. So it's been somewhat eventful, not as eventful as I'd hoped for, but it's almost time to start thinking about wrapping it up. So she could have shot one of them does, but we're like 3/4 of a mile in here. I just know the potential that this spot has to produce a buck, so just know the potential that this place has. So. If you see me turn the camera on again, it's probably because another deer come in, but if we didn't, then probably didn't see anything else. So it's sleeting right now, rain and snow, so I haven't had the camera on very much, but I'm sure all you guys can hear it, sleet falling. There's a bunch of snow frozen to my mic, so hopefully it's still working right. But it's getting pretty close to start thinking about getting down, so. Got a little bit of time left, not much, so now it's starting to snow pretty good. Holy crap. It's like little pellets of snow. Unbelievable. You ready? Alright. Back in the hot seat. We're in a new spot tonight. Corey's got the crossbow. I didn't even bring anything. My camera over here that's getting a lot of activity on it. So I replaced it with a cell camera. And we're kind of overlooking this. It's about 2:30 right now, November 14th. We got some snow moving in it, if you guys can't tell. And it's already starting to coat the ground, so hopefully that'll get these deer on their feet. But it's November 14th, anything can happen. And as far as buck activity, this camera that's about 100 yards away has the most buck activity nighttime and daylight than any of my other cameras that I know of. So we're just gonna set up and see what happens. We have an iffy wind. It's not the greatest, but it's just off. And I can see behind me back into there, that bedding area, pretty good. I sit, I don't know, about 5 foot higher than Corey is. So we got a green field here behind me, kind of in front of where Corey is. And that's where a lot of the pictures of the bucks are coming from. And I can kind of see into this bedding area back off to the northwest. And this one back here is kind of to my southeast. So this is kind of just a line in between two bedding areas. Two pretty big bedding areas. So I'm just gonna see what happens. I don't know how much I'll be able to keep the camera out with the snow, but I'll try my best. all set up. We got about this last hour to sit. It's just after work. I just run up here to my food plot real quick. It's about the fastest place I can get to, and like absolutely the least invasive place I can get to. Obviously, it's still bow season here in New York. This is the last week. Saturday marks our rifle opener. I'm gonna keep this short and simple. We're just up here on the food plot tonight, and a lot of it looks eaten down. I'm gonna have to check this camera that's here. I haven't really noticed a lot of deer touching Nebraska plots yet, but that obviously I don't have a cell camera here, so they could be hammering us. I have no idea. But we're just looking for a doe tonight. I still can't shoot a buck until gun season, so we're just looking for a doe, and we're just right after work for this last hour, so I decided to run up here real quick. I know I haven't been putting out a whole lot of videos. That's two reasons. One, I really haven't been hunting a lot, and what I have been hunting, I've been trying to get quarry deer, and two, just nothing to make good videos. Trying to find deer has been really hard. We sat all night last night, never seen a single deer. We should have went back to the stand that we had been sitting, but I wanted to give it a break. I didn't want to overhunt it, even though we've only hunted it about 4 times this year. I just wanted to give it a break. I didn't want to overdo it in that area because I know how good that spot can be. So we're just gonna kick back tonight, watch these open fields and this food plot here, and just see what happens. There's a bunch of deer tracks from last night in the snow down here, so deer have definitely been using this. I just don't know how hard. I just gotta check this camera. I'm gonna actually change out these cameras before I leave and put different cameras up. So anyways, the beginning part of this video was just pretty much some of the hunts that we've been having and not having real good luck yet. So the weather's been crappy, and last night I could barely get the camera out at all. It was snowing so hard, everything was soaked. I actually had to dry my camera out. So the beginning part of this video was just some of them hunts, and then tonight is tonight's video, and then this will be the end of it after tonight. But I'm pretty optimistic that we'll at least see a deer tonight, but I don't know. The way the hunts have been going, maybe not, but we'll see. Well, we were able to draw some blood tonight. I bet it was my own. There's a deer right here. That close. That close. I don't even know where I got in the closing interview. I was trying to close this video out. And I looked up, and coming out on this trail in the food plot was a little buck. He's a little 7-pointer. I got 80,000 pictures of him. And I didn't realize it, but 4 doe came out into the field behind me. They were on the edge of the field, so I couldn't see them. It actually kind of worked out. I don't know where the heck I was in the closing interview, but we did draw blood tonight. On myself, I don't even know if you guys can see it. I was reaching down to grab something, and I smashed my nose off the camera arm, and I was gushing blood. I was dripping all over the freaking place. And I think I was trying to explain that. And then I seen this little buck come out. He took a couple nibbles in the food plot here. And then it kind of worked out because these does come out and I was going to have to sit here till dark. And it's the end of shooting light now. I would have been just the last 2 minutes here if I would have been able to get a shot, but it almost worked out even better because he ended up chasing them. I don't know if the camera's gonna catch the grunting and stuff, but he was grunting down there, chasing them, bumping them does around. And he almost chased them. I was ranging them. Closest they got was 48. But what are you gonna do? They're all worked off now, so I'll be able to slip right out of here and not bump anything, but close. But I think that's obviously going to be it for the night. I got a couple cameras in my backpack I'm going to swap out here, and I want to see what's been on these. This little food plot has had quite the buck activity, but it was before I could even... I killed my buck before the rut, so I wasn't able to hunt this. The one buck that was on here got killed by the neighbor back on the far back property. He was like I don't know, maybe 110-inch 8-pointer. He was nice and tall. Would have been a really good buck next year. But there's a really pretty nice 8-pointer that's hitting this, and I got a couple daylight pictures of him. I want to see if he's sticking around. I hope he is, but anyways, I'm going to close it out. Thanks for watching, everybody. I know this video is a little confusing because I got a couple previous hunts that just didn't pan out to nothing in the beginning of this, but thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for subscribing if you're subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, please help me out. You know, this is a dream of mine to be able to do this stuff, so if you could just please go down and hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it more than you guys could ever imagine. And I'm gonna go change out these cameras and go clean up my bloody face, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Gun season's right around the corner, so we'll see you sometime. I hope to get out a couple more times for a doe. I'd really like to kill a doe with my bow, another doe, before gun season comes in. So I hate gun season, and I would prefer every time to shoot one with a bow. So catch you guys on the next one, and hope you guys are having the greatest season of your lives. Thanks for watching, everybody.